So, I've been reviewing a lot of, classic, really good movies recently, so I thought I'll go back and do something I watched ages ago that I don't have too many fond memories of. I remember this movie, The Golden Compass, being kind of boring, but, how bad can it be? Okay, so this Golden Compass is an adaptation of this Golden Compass, the book in the Northern Lights trilogy by Philip Pullman, and it's quite a good series apparently. So naturally, it's gonna have a movie adaptation, which we have right here. And before we even dig into that, just looking at the covers of these, we can see things to point out how bad it is. First of all, on the cover of the book that's been adapted for the fact that the movie's come out, it says, now a major movie starring Nicole Kidman and Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig has about 10 minutes of screen time, and Nicole Kidman is the antagonist. That's called favoritism. Next, on the DVD box, the names at the top. We got the villain first, then someone who I can't remember who it is. Then we got someone with 5 minutes of screen time, someone who is the protagonist coming after that, and then last we have someone, again, with a few minutes of screen time. It's absolutely stupid! Now, onto the actual movie. The Golden Compass is a story about a girl going up north for some reason. It's because she wants to, really. And before she goes, she's given a Golden Compass.
He said it! He said it!
The Golden Compass tells the truth in the most obvious way possible. Apparently you need to have a special ability to, quotes, read it, but I managed to judge the prophecy that it gave on first attempt. It was like, woman, thunderbolt, baby. I'm like, that's a piece of cake. The woman is dangerous and she's your mother. Done. Easy. I didn't even remember that part. It was like, why do you need a special talent to read this thing? It's absolutely... I could read this, and I'm not, like, especially talented, I'm just good with riddles. You don't need to be able to read a damn compass, you just need to be able to use common sense to work out what the symbols mean. It's a piece of cake! Why is this such a big deal? Surely all of these big people can read the damn compass. I'm like, oh no, I can't read this. Girl, can you read this? Oh yeah. It's easy to read! What is wrong with you people? Anyway, in this world that they live in, everyone has like a little spirit animal that's constantly walking beside them, and all the pain that the other feels, they both feel the same pain. So if I were to cut off one of them's hand, the other person would feel like their hand's been cut off, and vice versa. So that's kind of interesting. As our villain for the movie, who is played by Nicole Kidman, you know she's going to be a villain from the very start, just from the way she behaves. Just oozes evil from the very beginning. You know not to trust her. And as I say, the obvious compass prophecy that's given quite near the beginning as well. But the main reason she bugs me is that she doesn't actually do anything villainous, per se. If anything, she's acting as kind of a good guy, because she doesn't actively do anything against her against our protagonist apart from hit her a couple of times. And towards the end of the movie, she even saves her damn life. So why is she the villain again? Speaking of our protagonist, I probably should have mentioned her first. Her name is Lyra, and she is played in the debut acting of Dakota Blue Richards. She does okay at first. At the start of the movie, she is a really good protagonist. She's likeable, she's crafty, she works really well as a protagonist, but as the movie goes on, the character deteriorates. The acting gets worse. Honestly, Dakota Blue, you started out as one of the best child actors I've ever seen. You just slowly went downhill from there. It just... close but no cigar. And the character itself, it kind of gets stupid. It's like, she becomes captain of stating the obvious just for the sake of exposition. For example, she's walking down a corridor with a guy. She's like, "Where is this place?" And he says, "We call it the experiment lab." And she says, "What is it that you do here?" Seriously? So we got those are the only two like major characters. You've got their spirit animals as well. They do a good job there. Lyra's spirit animal is played by Charlie from Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I found that quite funny. And there's also a polar bear played by Ian McKellen, which I find a really funny casting choice. I mean, you've got Gandalf / Magneto, both like old men people just playing this like massive roaring polar bear. It's amazing. Let's see. Now, there's a lot of plot holes in this movie as well, especially later on. First of all, the bear keeps like putting on and taking off his armor, like magically in the space of 5 seconds. He shouldn't have taken it off in the first place, being honest, because he says it's like, "This is my soul. You have your spirit animals, I have my armor." And like, what? Well, why are you just like taking it off for every opportunity? It makes absolutely no sense. Let's see, what else we got? In the final battle, like this final battle scene between, you know, like two dispensable armies you don't really care about, there are no less than 4 Deus Ex Machinas in one battle. Not joking. Forget the Eagles from Return of the King. Forget, you know, all the other Deus Ex Machinas. I can't actually think of any. Forget Harry finding out that Peter didn't kill his dad at the last minute, etc., etc. But we've got 4 Deus Ex Machinas in the final fight. You've got witches coming out of nowhere. You've got a large army of, like, I don't know, gypsies or whatever they are. I forget what they're called. I'll put it on screen. But they come to fight, and the polar bear comes out of nowhere, and then this, like, sky pilot guy comes out of nowhere as well. It's absolutely stupid. Like, how can you have so many Deus Ex Machinas in one fight? It's absolutely stupid. So next thing to talk about. It ends on a cliffhanger. Yes, it ended on a cliffhanger. And I think this is up there with like Last Airbender and all those as movies that ended on cliffhangers that are never getting sequels. Which is kind of sad because the concept of this is very good. It's just, it's executed pretty piss poorly. Especially like towards the end. It starts off pretty good. You got some questionable acting, just like no emotion. There's just child actors, you expect that. But as it goes on, even the actual actors just deteriorate in their performances, the characters fall apart. It's absolutely painful to watch. It could have been so good. But as it is, the only thing I have to say when walking away from the Golden Compass is...
Oh, that sucks.
So yeah, last time I said that I should, you know, start reviewing bad things. And I should probably be careful what I wished for. This is quite a bad movie, and I haven't even got any connection to the source material. I haven't read it yet. I probably should, because, you know, I have it right here. I probably could dig into that at some point. But, you know, painful movie. Anyway, I've decided that I'm going to do a review like this every other week for either a game or a you know, movie or things like that. And I'm going to do something else, like, on the leftover weeks and things like that, like top 10s and all the other stuff I've got planned. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So yeah, I have rambled for quite a while now, so I think that's enough for today. Thank you for watching the Ludus Defectishow. I have been Ludus Defectishow. You have been amazing. And I will see... Hang on, I forgot the question of the video again, didn't I? Right, the question of the video is... What is the most disappointing adaptation you have ever watched? Maybe you don't like The Last Airbender, maybe you despise Eragon, like me. Maybe you just don't like The Golden Compass. So, let me know down below, because I always like to know what you think. What do you think is the worst adaptation? So, yeah, now that that's out of the way, thank you for watching. I've been Ludus Defectishow. You have been amazing, and I will see you next time for... Secret Project #1.